What's going on, everybody? I'm Josh with Combat Sports Today. I'm joined by Bailey King. Congratulations on your last fight, that decision at Peak 46. Were you kind of surprised that it didn't kind of get finished in that second round?
No, I was prepared to go 3 rounds, but I was surprised that it was like as scrappy of a fight as it was. I would say the most thing that I was surprised about is like I would get to his back, and he's so fucking athletic. He would just switch his legs, and I would be on bottom guard in a fucking MMA fight, and um, and get cut up. That's what caught me off guard the most. That fight is how he was able to just escape the back with that hip switch.
You mentioned you were prepared to go all three rounds. Usually you're finishing guys.
Mm-hmm.
How important is it to, test the gas tank at this, stage of your career?
It's an important thing to have confidence in because like some people it really eats at them if like they think they might get tired in a fight, you know, to be able to have confidence in your gas tank is like an X factor, you know. I don't have to be scared to try things in the fight. I don't have to be so reserved, so cautious.
Your pro debut is in 2023,
Mm,
5-1 as a pro.
mm,
Four finishes. 4-0 as an Ami. You were the Peak FC welterweight champ with one defense.
mm,
So, so with all that said, you spent, basically your whole career with Peak. What
mm.
makes you stay with one promotion instead of, you see some guys jumping around from promotion to promotion?
They take good care of me. It's cool. They build me up. You know, they make me seem like way cooler than I am in real life. You know, they hype me up and they play all my highlights and this. So, and it's just familiar faces. It's easy to do business with people that you know very well, and you're not constantly jumping from social group to social group.
That's definitely understandable, and a
Mm.
lot of guys kind of say the same thing about Peak.
They take
Taking
really good care of
good
you.
care of you guys, and
Mm.
like the whole promotion of the press conference and everything, getting really ready for that next stage of the career
They
of
do make the
people.
show feel very big. Like you feel like it's a UFC event. You know, the lights are on you. You feel the spotlight. They do a really good job of putting you in the spotlight. And so
Yeah.
it's good practice. I imagine maybe some people fight locally here, locally here, locally here, and it's just some not so impressive venue, and then you get to the UFC and it's like, oh shit, like this is the real spotlight.
On the subject of your background and everything, where did your combat sports journey begin, and what made you pursue fighting?
When I was 17, I started training. Um, I was always like a really competitive gamer, and I wanted to like do sports, but in high school, but I didn't want to start doing sports till like too late. I wouldn't have like took junior year, and and then I found MMA. I had done MMA in middle school with the coach that I have now, but only for a few months. Like I was so young, I thought playing video games was more fun, so I quit going. And then a few years later, I'm in high school and I want to do something, and I want it to be physical, and I want it to get me in shape, and I want to be healthy, and I don't want to fucking play football, or basketball. I suck so fucking bad at basketball. Um, and I was always super competitive from video games, and so MMA was just perfect for that. Like it was just the perfect culmination of everything I was looking for in an activity. And then the people around me were fighting. I had teammates, and I thought that was cool. I knew I had wanted to fight before I even started training, just from watching the UFC. And yeah, I had teammates that were starting to fight. I was still just training, so I kept training, got ready, and I've just been fighting ever since.
And is there, you mentioned, watching the UFC, is there one fight in particular that, kind of stands out amongst the rest that kind of piqued your interest more so than others?
Connor Khabib, Connor Khabib is kind of like where I saw like that star power. Like, like damn, I want to be that guy, you know. Um, And then Israel Adesanya was on the come up at the time too, and he really inspired me because he's kind of the same. He's kind of nerdy and started later in life, like 17. And I was like, hey, that's me. Let me do it too.
Had two fights this year. Are you looking to get back into the cage this year, or do you have any news you can kind of give us?
So when you first reached out to me, my manager had told me, hey, there was a drop for the Contender Series at your weight class in 7 days, in 8 days. Be ready, and it might be yours. And so I would hope to be calling you now from Vegas and fighting tomorrow on the Contender Series. But that's not the case. I may be fighting October 16th. There's like 2 weeks left, and my opponent is from out of Texas, and he needs to get his medicals done still. And Texas is very difficult to get your medicals done. So the fight is weighing on this guy getting his medicals done. So it's very up in the air. I'm still training as if I have a fight. This is like, I just trained for the third time today.
Oh wow! So you've had a lot of emotions kind of up and through since we first reached in contact of
No
that.
emotions.
Oh,
No
no
emotions.
emotions.
No
No,
emotions.
like the excitement to the low. Ah, man, stone cold. Fingers crossed. This fight in October realizes they get their medicals done, and that gets going, and we see some good fight news coming up. And I did notice you moved up in weight. What was it in 2024? What prompted that move up from 170 where you had
Fucking
tremendous success?
having to sweat 23 pounds one weight cut. That was
That'll do
brutal.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. I went from 193 to like, it wasn't truly 23, but it was like 22 and a half. I had missed weight. I was 171 and a half. I was 171.3. I was point 0.3 pounds away. I had hair that went down to here, really long hair. And I even shaved my whole head bald to try and make weight.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
was not
so
fucking worth it. I did that. I shaved my head bald for like what was $300.
ooh.
I had dehydrated brain, dehydrated fighter brain. I had one, but at what cost? I was bald. I was bald.
You spoke of you've kind of had some feelers out of, being on the Contender Series.
Twice now, which is a good sign this year. I think the season just ended, so I'm gonna keep fighting and keep training, and I'm definitely gonna be on next season's Contender Series for sure. I hope to go on a couple trips that'll really refine me. I hope to go to Japan and train with like Team Basilius and their kickboxing team, like a full team of K1 kickboxing champions. And then from there, go back to Thailand, or vice versa, Thailand, then Japan.
Yeah, yeah, I was going to ask about that little trip to Thailand. Did you have a Muay Thai fight while you were there?
It was a kickboxing fight. It was a kickboxing fight against a ONE FC fighter, this undefeated fighter from Dagestan.
So how did that transpire?
Oh, fucking funny story. I was supposed to fight a can, and I was fine with fighting a can. I cannot, you're a professional. You have control. And unapologetically, I was going to fight a can for sure. And see you, Justin. And it was like a whole Russian thing. It was like a full Russian card. Like every fighter on the card was Russian except for me, and they like all knew each other in some kind of way. The promoter and the manager and the matchmaker all knew the guys somehow. And so like they thought I was just some like sucker American that was just gonna come and like and take a loss for the Dagestan guy. And the manager, the matchmaker, knew I was a good fighter, but he was definitely surprised. And so what happened was I was supposed to fight this can, and the day before weigh-ins, so like if the fight's on Saturday, Thursday they said your guy dropped. He didn't drop. He was never my opponent to begin with. Was scheduled to fight someone else in the card. I didn't know. And they said, "This is the guy we have available. Fucking 6-0, undefeated pro fighter from Dagestan." And he's like buddy buddy with Shara Bullet. and he has these fucking gold medals all over Europe. And I was like, I came here to fight. I'm gonna fucking fight, whatever. And so I took it, and I had like no one in my corner. Like I just fought by myself. I had a coach who
Damn.
spoke Thai. He would just scream. If I was doing well, he would just scream. And he could say the limbs. He could say the limbs in English, and so he would just scream, "Knee, kick, knee." But man, we probably took like 6 months off each other's life. It went to a draw. He
Well,
almost knocked
that's
me out. I almost knocked him out. It was scrappy. It was very scrappy. It's on YouTube.
you
It's
know,
on my
I'm
YouTube.
I'm definitely gonna have to go back and watch. I watched the little highlights on the Instagram. I'm gonna have to go back
Mm.
and watch that whole thing. And
It's a
given
whole
how
Thailand documentary.
given how all that went down, would you take another fight like in Thailand again?
Oh fuck yeah! Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Iron sharpens iron. You're not.
Yeah.
And I won't say no, but it's just not the guys that are going to be accepting fights against me. It's going to be other killers. The pool has certainly shrunk,
Yeah, and with each win, it's gonna constantly just get lower
smaller
and
and
lower.
smaller. Mhm.
What's your current three most repeated songs on your music app of choice?
Probably it's been a while by Stained. In the Fade by Queens of the Stone Age. That's a really fucking good song. And Repulsive in its Splendid Beauty by Crowbar. That's fucking.
I haven't heard that one.
If you like heavy, like almost like doom, slow metal, like slow apocalyptic metal, it's fun.
You mentioned gaming. You're a huge gamer or were a gamer. Is that still something you kind of
I,
do to
I still
unwind
game.
from fighting?
I game when I have a chance. It's just so rare now. Like I'll convince my friend to like buy a $70 game and then only get on like twice a month.
I know because I was going to ask, what's some of the games you play? Because a lot of the guys at Combat Sports today are bigger gamers than I am. So
Yeah, I play a lot of DayZ. I play a ton of DayZ. Helldivers 2 I play a lot of. And For Honor. I still play For Honor like fucking 9 years later. For Honor is extremely competitive. DayZ, if you like open world survival games, I'm a sucker for like a good open world survival game, and DayZ's one of them. I play a ton of DayZ. The
yeah, I
stakes are
think I've
fucking
seen
high.
a couple TikToks of that one, and it's kind of piqued my interest a little bit.
It's
So
at least worth checking out. It's a slow game. I like the slowness of it.
yeah, like I said, I'm not a huge competitive gamer, especially now. I'm very, very
It's
rusty and
very
old.
competitive. You'll like be 8 hours in the game, no action, no nothing, and you'll be like walking through the woods, and a fucking bullet will whiz by your face, and you just shit yourself, and your heart drops, and your adrenaline spikes, and your hands are sweaty and sweating and shaking because it's like fucking 8 hours of my day is on the fucking line right now. I can't die.
Oh yeah,
It's like
yeah,
that. It's like that.
that's intense right there. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's a really unwinding there.
No, if I play DayZ and I get like wound up, I don't go to bed. Like I will be like my nerves won't even let me go to bed.
And if you had to recommend one restaurant in your area, what is it, and what's your go-to order there?
Oh, love sushi. They've got this 3 for 10 deal. 3 rolls, like 3 full-on rolls for $10. I'll go there and get full, like get full. I eat a lot, and I'll contemplate not even finishing my plate sometimes, but
Yeah,
I
yeah, you
didn't grow
can't
up
beat
that
that
way. I
deal.
have to. Mm-mm. No, it's really good. So everyone in Little Elm knows about Love Sushi.
And the last thing I got for you is, do you got any training partners, loved ones, sponsors you want to give a special shout out to, real quick?
Everyone at the gym, Alex, he's been a great training partner. This guy at the gym, Nick, he's not here today, but he really pushes me and gets me competitive, which is good. See, competitive is healthy. Um, my coach, of course, he's just the man. He's just the mind. He's the mind behind it all. And my family for putting up with with my choice of being a fighter.
Again, I appreciate your time for taking time out of your day to speak with us.